and see up next, we got Marie's shop, and she is, let's see, Love and Stuff out of Stuart, Florida. Of course, Veronica, you're welcome. And Marie is doing great. She's got 2,057 sales. I love it. And we got a lot of different stuff going on. I think Marie was the one that said, somebody asked me a little bit ago, do I ever look at vintage shops? And yes, we do look at vintage shops. And I don't know if this was Marie or somebody else, but let's see what we got here. We've got all sorts of great looking stuff here. And it looks like a handmade ceramics, vintage china decor, all sorts of things here. Let's see, we've got Collier's New Dictionary of the English Language from 1925. Very cool. And that is a book. There's a book right there. And they got all sorts of things. Okay, that's cool. I like that you can see the inside. Oh, Jesus. I have not seen a book with the little dugouts like that in forever. I can't even remember the last time I saw a book with those little marks. I remember as a kid, the Bibles, the really cool Bibles would have those in there. And you're like, man, that kid's got a fancy Bible with his little indents in the edge there. So really cool. Man, this is fun. This is a fun kind of shop where you just kind of poke around and look through everything. We got Collier's New English Dictionary of the English Language, 1925 edition, soft leather covered, colored plates and maps, political statistics. Okay, great. So definitely a little bit more challenging of a shop because there's just so many unique items in here. Cotton embroidered vest, feels like velvet, Bobby Brooks, ladies size large, black 4-button sleeveless vest, Christmas vest. Okay. Really cool. Bobby Brooks. I wonder what year this was made. So good photos, nice and clear from the 1980s. Looks like it. $5 shipping, $32 vest. Very, very cool. And let's see, listed on January 24th. So nice and renewed. So definitely got a lot of unique items here. Look at this thing. I don't know what this is exactly, but it looks so cool. Vintage brass monastery bell. Reproduction of ancient wall-mounted bell. Man, that is so cool looking. Okay, so I see how it could get hung up. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. So the question is, how do you drive more sales to a vintage shop like this? And wow, you do such a great job with these descriptions right here, putting together all of the details. Excellent used vintage condition. So the question is, what is the search traffic? And because everything is different, it definitely makes it tricky to find the right amount of traffic. So we got 420 results. So that's a popular item right there. You know, even though it is vintage, there's definitely a pretty strong market for it. Yeah, as a vintage item. I really spent a lot of time on the descriptions. I can definitely tell, Marie, I can definitely tell you put the time into it, and the photos look great. So, you know, the one thing I can think of that I don't know if you're capitalizing on this today or not would be to take all of your items and then repost them over to Pinterest. So you could go, you know, if you're not on Pinterest right now, then that would be really good because you know when your item sells, it's if it's an item like this, it's a one-time deal, and you know it's not something that you can reproduce and sell again, but you've already put so much work into the photos, into your keywords, into your description, and you've done a great job there. So the next thing would be to just go over to Pinterest, because Pinterest is going to give you a lot more search opportunities. So if we go to Pinterest and we try this keyword here, brass monastery bell, here we go. We see we got all these different keywords, all these different things here. And look, this one is also linking to an Etsy shop. So we click on it. still there. And so it's a pretty new shop. They've only got 276 sales. Jacene, I don't think we have a workshop specifically for descriptions, but that is a good idea. We could put one together for that. We do have some templates though for it that you can kind of work off of, but none of them are going to give you as much information as what Marie put together there. She's obviously next level. But right here on the membership site under templates, we do have these fill in the blank listing templates. So this will give you something to build on top of Jacene. So I'll pop in a link for you right there. So this is what I'd recommend for you, Marie, is take all of your listings and post them over to Pinterest. And what's really great is you can get a lot of pins on Pinterest because each of your images could be a new pin. So if we go back to this guy right here, your first image, that could be one pin. Then you could pin it with this photo. You could create another pin with that photo, a pin with that photo. These ones are a little bit closer up. So, that could be a pin right there because it looks really different. But each of your other photos could be a new pin. And it's not necessarily, it's just going to help you get traffic so you sell faster. So this dictionary right here, you could go ahead, take this photo, pin this over to Pinterest as well. You could do this photo, could pin it over to Pinterest, this photo. And then another thing you can do is you can actually take all these photos together and you could combine them to make a collage. So let me kind of show you what you could do here. We could go to canva.com and let's just create a new design and let's do a Pinterest pin right here. And then let's just grab a couple of these images. What were we? We're looking at the dictionary. So I'm going to save that image. And then I'm going to grab this image because I think that one's interesting. And then let's see. I like this one of the little side chunks. So then we can come over here and we can drop these. I think they have templates where we could do like multiple kind of things. You can stack a few images and make them look a little bit better. Let's see, do they have layouts? But you could take the first image up here, pop it in, your next image, and then you, of course, are going to want to make them a little larger so they, fill up more of the space. But just kind of another idea for how you can structure it. Obviously, I'm not doing the most pretty job here, but you can get pins put together where you've got a collage of your photos, but you can also just create a lot of pins with just one photo. So that's what I would recommend for you, Marie, to help you sell your products a little bit more quickly, would be to put together these over to Pinterest. You've already done all the work of writing up the description and the keywords. To post them over to Pinterest is super simple. You just come into Pinterest and what do we do? You actually, what you got to do is add the pin it button. Pinterest pin it button. So right here, Pinterest save button right here. So this little extension will make it so you can just go ahead and post stuff straight to it. Let's see if we can find that one. Pinterest save button. So now I can pull up your product and refresh. Should we link to our whole site or to that product? You should link it straight to that product. So we go to save and we just click save and let's see. And then you can put it to one of your boards. So you can set up boards for different things and let's see if it popped it in there. So let's see, refresh it. Boom, just like that, we've pinned it over to Pinterest. And now we've got that one to Pinterest, but we could do a different image. This one, we go to save and let's put it on this one. And there we go. We got another pin. And you might want to edit the pins to make them the right size. If they're a little longer, taller, that would be better. So for something like this one, you actually might want to pin it separately and just crop it so that the image is getting the height of the book instead of giving you all this white space. But that would be my suggestion for you, Marie. I think you got a really cute shop, a super fun shop, lots of great stuff in here. And I'd recommend pinning everything that you have over to Pinterest. And that's going to help you sell these products a lot faster because you'll get all that extra Pinterest traffic. And you have so many fun products coming in here all the time. So that could help you out quite a bit.